Hi guys, so the following is a recording of what this channel has accomplished. If you don't want to watch it, simply fast forward.
I kept seeing a car go into the water. All day they've been showing me reruns in my mind of Adventures with Purpose. VP's gonna find her in the Prosser Lake.
We have found Kylie Rodney's vehicle. Again, our search for Kylie at Prosser Creek Reservoir on August 21st at 10.
There are plenty of questions and very few answers after 4 students at the University of Idaho were found murdered in their off-campus house.
It's like if you look at Ted Bundy's eyes and you look at his eyes, they're the same. Maybe a little bit lighter. The one thing that I keep seeing is curls. So I don't know if he has curly hair or wavy hair, and that might be when it's grown out. I think he elongated, like his face might be a little bit longer. There's a reference to a pointier type nose. He honestly looks a lot like Ted Bundy, but like a jacked up Ted Bundy. Like not as handsome. Seriously, that's what I heard, like a jacked up Ted Bundy. Why am I hearing the word campus security? I keep getting like a security guard or a badge. I don't really, and that could be in his past as well. That might not mean that he just does it right now. And names can be, like I said, interconnects can happen, so they might not even fit this case, or they can be connections to someone. I keep getting like a Brian or something like that. It's because they are going to catch him. Because I'm seeing him in an orange jumpsuit.
Good.
So that tells me that he wasn't as smart as he thought he was. Okay. He's probably going to go to jail for this eventually. I keep getting December.
8-year-old Brian Koberger, he was arrested Friday in
I also get the name Richard again.
I also get the name Rick. Damn name Allen is coming in again.
Jailed 50-year-old Richard Allen in connection with the double murder. Teen best friends Libby German and Abby Williams went hiking on a trail and never came home.
Done on November 20th, 2019 at 7:14 p.m. Q and O. I don't know, I hear something like Quentin or Quinton. I've heard that. I'm not sure if it fits here at all, but I'm seeing trash and I'm not sure, but I've gotten it a lot, so it fits someone.
9:42 Wednesday morning, Quentin Simon's mom told 911 her little boy was gone.
I do keep hearing a trash truck though. Then I keep hearing the trash truck. It's almost like the trash truck is around the same time that he left. That's one thing I can't get rid of is the twisting of the trash bag. And so then I'm like, well, is he in the trash?
Okay.
Unfortunately, I hate to say that. I do hear landfill. Could be that's where maybe the cops think that he is. Like he's in a trash bag, but...
Well, new tonight, a heartbreaking search underway in Georgia for a missing toddler. Police are sifting through trash at a landfill for the remains of 20-month-old Quentin Simon.
If he's still alive, which honestly earlier I felt he was, and I felt like he was going to be found. That was earlier in the day.
A 3-year-old boy found alive and in good health.
For some reason, I do want to go out the back of the house though. But like to the wooded area, but I don't.
He was last seen on Friday playing with his dad in their backyard.
And I said like within 3 miles by a log. I'm not seeing him being hurt, and I'm not seeing someone coming up and getting him.
And I said, were you alone? Yes.
The main 2 things I keep getting is the wooded area and the shed.
Well, to take cover in that shed. And I truly...
My kid, I would want somebody to come help.
We are live as law enforcement and volunteers search late into the night to find...
I see him running to the woods.
Like, Cam, like, is this an abduction or did he run off? Because then they give me the Riker thing. No, I keep getting the repeated image of him running to the woods. House.
It's like right in their backyard.
Okay. So maybe he decided he wanted to go play and then he kind of got lost in the woods.
Okay.
He's got to be within 2 miles. I keep getting that 2 mile. So like I keep getting a reference to the edge of the woods. And so he's still alive because I'm not using him to get this information.
Right.
Around in the woods like I can't find my way out. I'm stuck. And I said he's in a bush.
Okay.
And we were like, what the heck? What do you mean he's in a bush? I said he's in a bush and there's searchers around him, but they've missed him.
Okay.
Because he's in this bush.
And I went across a field of grass. I came up on some woods and I listened good. I heard like a whimpering kind of noise. And at that point, I was like, there's no other kids here. It's got to be JJ. So sure enough, I went in the woods and about 100 feet from where I was at, I think he was in some stickers. There's a lot of stickers and all there.
Tonight in our Missing series, a case that we have heard a lot about from our viewers.
The person.
He wants to take me down the road to like a neighbor's house or something, like another farm. I also hear neighbor. He said he knows this guy. He knows him. And he's a neighbor. I don't know what the friends come in.
Suspect, 58-year-old James Brenner, who also happens to be Dylan's closest neighbor in the remote desert area of Lucin.
Hi guys, long time no see. So, I'm sorry. I am really trying to get my YouTube or keep my YouTube going as I get through all these readings that are scheduled. So, I appreciate your patience with me as we do what we can. So, today we're going to be I took a long hard look or thinking about how I was going to be doing this today. Because I originally thought, well, I'm going to ask my consultant on it, see what comes up. But then I got to think, well, if they're not connected, then I might be getting a bunch of information. I don't know where it goes. So my idea is hopefully I can do all 6 victims. And then if we need extra information, then we'll contact the consultant and see. So I kind of already have certain thoughts on it that I got. So we'll see if the readings say that. Tammy is on vacation tonight, so Lizzie's going to be stepping in, so they both help me out. They're going to be helping me out when one's not available, the other one is. So she's going to be stepping in tonight and kind of helping me out while Tammy is taking a break and on vacation and enjoying her family. So I don't really know anything about this. The only thing I know, is obviously that 6 people were found. People were thinking it's connected, and the 3 people visited the same place. That's the only thing that I know. I've tried to stay away from it as I've been asked to do it, and I felt pulled to do it. But these ones are very hard because, especially like I said, I'm going to have to do 6 different things. Otherwise, we're not going to know where everything goes. And that doesn't mean that there's not going to be information from one of the other victims that comes in as I'm trying to channel a certain one. It's very possible that could happen. So for those of you that are new here, that's one of the reasons that I put the intro the way that it is. And everybody can always fast forward. It's so that people can understand what we do on this channel and that I never try to shyster anybody. I'm legit and I don't research or do anything like that. I literally, so Lizzie or Tammy does all the research for me and they will validate. That's why they are there. So no one is looking up anything and feeding it to me. I'm literally looking at the picture of the person I'm trying to channel, and that is all I'm doing. And then I am writing on this. So information that comes in can be past, present, or future. It can be symbolic or have multiple meanings. Spirit will often use my references, experiences, how I relate to things to try to explain what they're wanting to say. As people know, the way that Spirit communicates is it's it's all you know, kind of like symbolism, or they show me certain things to mean a certain things. Sometimes I get movies, sometimes I just get certain pictures, sometimes I hear words, sometimes I hear phrases, like sometimes I feel things. I have to put those puzzle pieces together and see how they fit. It's all in how we perceive things. I may get things around the victim, around the perpetrator or perpetrators, around the situation, around the area, and around the time frame. A lot of things have timing, so I'll only get the information I'm supposed to get in this time frame. Because you know, a lot of people ask, well, how come you don't get names? And well, I do sometimes get names if I'm supposed to get a name. So I get what I'm supposed to get. Just because I'm psychic, I don't know it all, but I do know what spirit gives me, and they give me things in a certain timing. So again, things are always as we perceive them. And I try to do my best to perceive things right, but I will just give you guys what I see, and sometimes I will give what I feel like it means, but sometimes that may be off. So everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised, because I'm not sure what I'm going to get. I don't know anything about any of these victims at all, so this I try to go into my readings as blind as I possibly can, because I feel like if I know information, it will literally taint the reading, and I won't know if I'm getting the information because I already know it, or because I'm actually getting it, because it's just like thoughts sometimes. So that is why I like to go in blind, and I may get factual information. That doesn't mean I went and researched. I don't like to know anything. There's no reason for me to research or to know anything, because like I've been doing this for a long time and I don't need to do that. I think that I've said everything I need to say, but I do look at the picture and bring the person in. And like I said, this is going to be a series, so we're going to be doing all 6. At the end, I will do I will pull crime cards to try to validate what I get. Hopefully it does. Usually it does. I always go with the reading first, but sometimes the cards will validate. Usually they say the same thing the reading does. So there's that. But I'm going to give whatever I get. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Lizzie on. She does not need to know everything. There's actually not a lot out in regards to this. So don't come at me. Don't come at her like, oh, she should know this, this, and this. And no, okay? Because there's a lot of information I will get that we don't know yet. So she's just there to bounce off of, help the energy flow, keep me going. If she doesn't know the information, she's just going to say yes. And if you hear animals, you just hear them. The goat's going to be crying because he wants me right now. So just deal with that too. All right. Make sure that you guys like, subscribe. And if you want to support me, all the ways to do that in the description box down below, including ways to schedule and all of that. And I do make intuitive keychains and necklaces from your loved one or from spirit if you guys are interested in that as well. All right. So here we go.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. So let's see how this goes. All right. Man. Is there a lot released on her? No, I'm just like getting a headache all of a sudden. Like my head is.
That makes sense.
Throbbing.
There were a few things released on her.
Okay. It's
not
like
a whole lot, but that does make sense that your head is hurting.
Yeah, it's hurting bad. It's hurting really bad. But I also feel like super nauseous. Like really, really. I don't know if it's just the energy of her or what it is, but I feel jacked up.
That makes sense.
So almost like high or drunk, or I'm under the influence of something. Getting kind of a weird image with her. She showed me like she was. Was she missing for a while before she was found? I feel like her missing and like her passing dates are gonna be like okay, so the way this is coming across, I hope I'm understanding this right. I don't know. I like see her like tied up in like a room. So it makes me wonder if she was I don't know if it's symbolic or not, or like if she was captive for a certain amount of time.
That makes sense with what you're getting. Because I don't know if I tell you. You want me to validate it?
Just validate what I get, just don't give extra information.
Okay. Well, like how you're saying tied up in a room is not where she was found.
No, this would be prior to her passing. This would be like I feel like I am captive and I'm held somewhere and maybe tied up. Like that's the vision she's giving me. It wouldn't have. It's not. She was alive at this point.
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay. That's what I'm saying, because I feel like maybe she was missing for quite a while, like before she was found. So it's almost like there's a gap, or the timeline's off, or there's something that's off in that way.
Okay.
I'm wondering if the other ones are going to come in too. So keep in mind, I do get interconnects, and because this is a case where we feel like it might be connected, the other victims may come in. So I don't know how camping is gonna play in, if it's her or someone else. But there's a reference to camping at some point. And I'm not sure that it's her. It might be another victim that's coming in, unless it happened before. I don't know where this is. I don't know where this belongs.
Well, to validate, she vanished late March and wasn't found until April. So that does make sense with the timeline not adding up.
But it's almost like I get a reference to 3 days. Was she headed somewhere when she vanished?
She was in a similar area to like the other victims, to other victims.
Yeah, but was she going somewhere? Like, when she vanished? Like, was she on her way somewhere when she vanished?
The place I looked up looks like a shopping mall.
So she was headed to a shopping mall when she
either that or leaving one. That's what it kind of seems like,
because it's almost like I'm headed somewhere. I'm headed somewhere to I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm headed somewhere. I feel like it's like I've got the keys and I'm headed somewhere. I don't know. Okay. Sorry. He wants his mommy. I really feel like jacked up.
That makes sense.
Was there stuff found in her system? Did that come out?
No, but the family said that she was battling some addiction issues.
Okay. Because this feels almost like it's kind of connected to that.
Okay.
Whether it be the people that she was around.
Okay.
But it comes in like it's a connection to her addiction. So I don't know. I wonder if she was headed somewhere to score. I don't use that word, but I heard the word score. Like it's kind of odd what they're. Hopefully I get more as I get into this, because I'm not really getting too much from her, other than I just feel really like messed up.
Okay.
Like really messed up. But it seems to come in with the crowd. Either she was like people that she knew that were into the same stuff that she was. It or like maybe even people in and around the area like she used to hang out with or hang out in, because I don't know if she hung out like in specific areas or she used to score from a certain area. I keep getting the reference to the dealer.
Okay.
And this again, a lot of the times when I get stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean it's involved in the specific situation, but I can get things around her. I don't know. I hear the words easy target. That makes sense. She's kind of giving me like bits and pieces. I feel like she had to have something either in her system or I'm picking up the fact that she was struggling with this. But there's also a reference to like I'm laying there and I've got hands around my throat.
Okay.
And I don't know what but was she like found, there's reference to like a wooded area or so I get like a wooded area, and then like sometimes when you go into a wooded area there's like leaves and things like that.
Yep.
It's almost like I'm laying on the leaves and stuff, and then that's where the hands are around my throat. Like maybe something happened in those, like in woods or something. Or
okay.
Was she like found anywhere close to where she was headed? Because it's like I keep getting 5 miles or a reference to like a 5 mile. I don't know if it's like 5 miles from where she went missing from or like 5 miles out somewhere. I don't really know, but it's
I'd have to look up where she was coming from to where she was found, but it makes sense on the 5 that you're getting because it was 1 mile off Interstate 5.
Oh, okay. That could definitely be why I'm getting a 5 for sure. Is it wooded out? Is it wooded there? Where she was?
From what it seems like, yeah. But I don't know if you're getting an interconnect because like how you said, like you may be getting other victims
Yeah.
too. There was somebody that was found in a wooded area. So that is related to this case. So I don't know if you're getting that, but where she was found at could also be wooded too. I'd have to look up a picture of that.
Well, it's like there's a okay, so wooded to me is a bunch of trees. Doesn't necessarily mean like it's like a named wooded area. It's just like a bunch of trees. That's what wooded is to me. Whenever I say wooded area. So and there's also like a slope or some kind of slope somewhere. But
I'm gonna say it is wooded.
Like there's a bunch of trees there, right? So there would be like leaves and stuff. Like if she's showing me this is really strange. I see boots like walking out of the woods. The boots are black. They go to like the ankle and they're rigid and they tie up, and it kind of reminds me of like, was she into, I hate to say like prostitution. I don't want to say that, but I hear that word and I don't know why I'm hearing it, but it's So, anyways, back to the boots. I see them walking out of the forest, out of where she was.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if I want to say this. I don't know if it's right. What do those
Don't
boots
not
remind you
say it.
of? Like, if you think of boots, if you're thinking of boots, you're thinking of boots like that. You're thinking of law enforcement.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if this is like, it's, I don't know if this is like another victim or this is her, but I can't, it's repeating, so I can't get rid of it, so it's got to be right. This is so weird. I can't, because I'm getting like this as, what kind of uniforms do they wear out there? Are they brown? I know California CHP is.
That's the Clark County.
But I'm getting like, and it might be some, it might not be CHP, it might be some sort of law enforcement, but I'm getting like the like brown pants, like tucked in, like tucked into the top of the boot.
Yep.
Like how they wear the uniform.
They do wear brown.
They do? Oh.
Yep. Clarks County Sheriff. They have light brown pants with a dark brown top.
What about the boots?
It's hard to tell because they're black. Like I can't tell if they're shoes.
That's what I mean. They're black. That's what I was getting, was a black boot, but it's like, it kind of reminds me of like the military boots, like so that's what I think of, like
Okay.
they all kind of wear like the similar kind of boots, like, because I was in the military, we had like those black boots where they have like the, at the top of them, they're like I can picture them, but I don't know what kind of boot they're called, but they have like a soft part on the top.
Okay.
And then they come down from the ankles, and then they're rigid on the bottom, and they're round, and they're like, like the kind of boots that they wear.
Yeah. Well, I looked up when I looked up 2 pictures for the Clark County Sheriff's Office there, and they all wear like the brown popped up, but it does seem like they all have the same kind of shoes.
And I wonder because I see them like tucked into the boots, but I don't.
Well, in the pictures, I mean, they're like prim and prop, like.
Yeah. It's like she's kind of switching me around. Like I'm trying to get like the whole story, but I'm getting like bits and pieces. It's like and she's showing me from like the feet up. Like if you're laying in the woods and you're watching someone walk away, that's how I see it.
Okay.
So I see the boots walking away. I don't know if she was found face up or what, or why, or face down, but it's like if I'm laying on the ground and I'm watching someone walk away, that's how I'm seeing the boots and the pant, like the bottom of the pants.
Okay. That makes
Do
sense.
they have stripes on the side, or the something on the side of their uniform, like the lines that go up
on their pants?
Yeah.
I want to say yes, but let's see.
I can't believe I'm seeing this right now. It makes me second guess it because it's because of what I'm getting, but we all know that there are some shady ones, like in anything. So
it seems like some of their pants are a little different. One does have like a darker brown stripe going down the side, one stripe on the pants, and then there's like a picture of like cargo pants almost in the gray. So
I'm getting the one with the stripe.
Their pants do have stripes down the leg.
Well, I'm describing their uniform. That's not a coincidence.
No. Yeah, 2 pictures I pulled up so far. They have a darker brown stripe going down the leg.
It's almost like it comes across, and I hope I'm understanding this right. It's almost like it comes across like she was doing something or was somewhere and he was like there and arrested her, and
Oh man.
it went like that, like, or he pretended to arrest her. You know what I mean? Like, or it, I'm kind of getting that reference that me and you talked about the one case,
Okay.
where he pulled her over and then unalived her and stepped on her back, and there was the boot. Like, I'm kind of getting a reference to that case.
Okay.
So it's odd because, but I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm questioning this so bad, but now I hear dirty cop. Like,
Don't question. Just say it.
oh no, but this is so, like, I've never, okay, so I've done a lot of readings and I've never had this happen in a case, and I'm hoping that it's her that I'm getting, but this is why it's off the 5.
Yeah.
It feels like it's, like someone, so I don't know, do they patrol the freeway? What is it? Because I know, like, CHP, like, they have a different, like, out here too, they got like state troopers and then they have sheriffs, so I don't know if they patrol the freeway.
I'm not sure if they patrol the freeway like that, but let's see.
I'm just gonna say, wow, okay. I don't even know if this is a real name.
Say it.
Well, the way that she said it to me, it's not my own mind, but I heard Officer Buchanan. Like, Buchanan is not like a
common name.
Common name. I've gotten it before, like way before, and it ended up hitting like a female that was missing, but I haven't heard it since. So, unless I'm hearing it, I could be hearing it wrong, but that's kind of, I don't even know if that person exists. But why would I hear? I'm hearing officer in front of it. It's okay.
Oh, shut up.
No.
Wait.
Don't do that to me, Lizzie, because I'll pass out. This is making me feel a little, I'm like burning up right now. I'm hot. This is making me feel a little uncomfortable. Does he exist?
I just have to make sure it's this county. There is an Officer Buchanan, but I gotta make sure it's the right county.
And it may be a connection. Okay, so everyone is innocent until proven guilty. It may just be a connection.
Yeah.
Like, I just have to say that. I'm not calling anybody out. But oh my gosh, my head just started hurting really bad. There's no way she's being straightforward like this. Do you know if there was a bridge close by to where she was found? Like an overpass bridge?
That I don't know. Wait. Huh. There was a Buchanan too that, but you're getting the last name for the officer. There was a Buchanan that was traveling from California to Oregon in 2014 that got busted with heroin, but I don't think that's why you're getting. I don't think it's.
No, because I heard officer in front of it, but like it feels like that this, like, he might connect to some like shady people too, like in the paraphernalia world.
Okay.
I don't want to say the word. I don't know what we can say on YouTube.
Yeah.
because when I think of a dirty cop, that's what I think about. But she keeps showing me like a cop car with like lights. Like I keep trying to change it and I can't change it. And you know, whenever I can't change it,
It repeats it's for something. It's important.
Like usually if it's wrong, I'll be able to change it to something else, but I can't change it. So it can't be wrong. Has to be
Yeah.
I hate to say like law enforcement connected too, but the way that she's showing it to me with him walking away, I see him in uniform. I see his boots. That's something that I keep seeing, and I can hear him walking on the branches, leaves, whatever's in the wooded area. And I don't feel she's very far from the road, but it's an area that he knows or passes or patrols a lot. But
What was a remote area she was found in?
But I also keep getting like, yeah, because no one really looks off the freeway.
Yeah.
But I keep getting like an overpass, like the turn off, you kind of curve, but then I feel like there's an overpass that goes over the freeway at some point.
Yeah, it was off. Oh, it actually, you might also be getting the 5 too, because it was South 5th Street, and like it must be the way like they intersect, and 78, but it's 1 mile off Interstate 5.
Right.
So
So that's why I'm getting 5. I mean, in multiple meanings that the 5 could come in for a lot of different reasons.
Yep. So
like,
it was off of South 5th Street. But 1 mile off off Interstate 5.
But there's got to be an overpass
There
around
has to be an overpass there.
because that's what I keep getting as an overpass. But I'm just like wondering too about this part, like this kind of area. Like, is it like shady area?
I tried looking it up before, but there wasn't like a whole bunch out on it. I was even looking for like pictures of like the area that they found her, and I couldn't.
Do you know if like she was ever arrested before or anything like that? Like, do we know if she has a record? Because it's almost like I keep seeing her handcuffed and put into a vehicle, but I don't know if it's the date. I don't know if it's the day of or she was arrested before. Like if that's how he knew her or he did like arrest her but didn't call it in, and one thing led to another, because it feels like I'm in a shady area.
Okay.
And this is how I get picked up, but at the same time I want to connect it back to like I see a cop being paid off. Let us do our business, getting paid off.
Oh, wow.
That's coming in like around the dirty cop. God, I hope this is right. If I pull the law enforcement card, I will flip out. Because I can't. I keep trying to let go of it, and I can't let go of it.
I did not see anything that she was arrested before. The only thing that her family had said is that she's been battling addiction for years, on and off.
It just makes me, because a lot of people that are in addictions, they do get arrested for different things. So I mean, it is possible, and that might be how so I could be picking up on her past, but also it feels like I'm handcuffed and put into the back of a cop car, and if I'm getting this later on, I mean, it could have all went together that day at the same time, because the one thing I keep seeing is him walking out of the woods in his boots and uniform, like the bottom part. Like if I'm watching someone walk away, that's how I keep seeing it.
Okay.
And I feel like he's got I keep getting like darker features, like darker hair, brown, but I am only seeing the back of his head.
Okay.
Did you ever find out if that name belonged to that county?
Yeah, I don't think it belongs to that county, but but who knows? Maybe, I mean, who knows?
I mean, it doesn't mean that he wasn't in the area at the same time. He might not even like. He might have been somewhere he wasn't supposed to be, anyways. If he's a dirty cop, but again, it could be a connection. It could just be a weird connection, or it might be somebody that knows something. Like that cop might know something he doesn't realize he knows. But I mean, I heard it that way, the way that I heard it. I'm not gonna say it again. So The puppy's barking. I never hear him bark.
Oh, Casper.
Yeah, but I never hear him do it, so it's interesting. Hey, it's okay. Hold on a second.
No, go ahead.
He started the barking.
Oh,
I think
he's
he
catching
warned
on.
Luna, and yeah, so he's learning. So I can't be mad at him. He's doing his job. Sorry about the interruption there. It's like so odd, and I don't know if the holding is her or someone else.
Okay.
Because I know that was the first thing I seen, and I don't think camping goes here either, but it might go with someone else.
Okay.
So if I could be picking up the different energies in the case, like I said, I did that with Idaho 4 too. Like I tried to zoom in on one, but I kept getting other stuff with others. So
Yep.
the problem with multiple victims and even like serial killer cases and stuff, that's the problem with it. But and hopefully this is right, and I'm picking up on her. But she says there's more behind it. But I mean, he may have just helped like with the disposal, but the way that it comes across is I only see him, but again, there's a connection to like the dealer, that area, and money like being exchanged for certain things.
Okay.
And then if I were to get deeper into it, it's almost like there's more stuff that's going on.
Okay.
If you get my drift.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I also hear like she knew something. So it might be that she knew something about this person, and this person didn't want it getting out. I don't know what she knew. She'd seen him there, wasn't supposed to see him there, or something to that, but that's what I keep hearing is she knew something.
Okay.
I don't feel like I'm getting a lot on her. It feels like it's like bits and pieces, or maybe sometimes if they tell me all that they need to tell me, they just don't give me any more information, but it's like the okay, so in the beginning of my video, all the red string that goes connections, they're showing me that like there's some form of connection. I don't understand what the connection is, but it's almost like I feel like she either knew or saw something
Okay.
in related to who did this to her. I also get the name Steve, but I don't know how that fits. I hear the word library. Don't know how that fits either. At all. Also the name Todd. I don't know how that fits either. So names can be connections or whatever, but it's almost like it's like I feel like I go to that area for a specific reason. I know somebody there, like around there somewhere. Like I feel like this happened and dumped like close to where she was at prior, if I'm making sense. Like
you are making
wherever she was headed, it's like that's where stuff went wrong in regards to either she's seen something or was around something. The paraphernalia comes into play, it's almost like I'm dumped not far from where I was headed. I don't know if I'm making sense.
It is because the sheriff's office thinks that she was moved to the location they found her at.
Well, she wasn't. But the odd thing is like I was saying, and that could be the other girl, but I'm like laying in the woods and I'm being choked. So why I don't. If they're not thinking she was unalive, there that doesn't make sense unless it's the other one. But that's why I keep unless she was that happened somewhere else and then she was moved somewhere else. But that's the same image I keep getting.
Okay.
But because I can hear the leaves and I feel like I'm laying in leaves at the time.
Okay.
So, I mean, or things that are like leaves. It feels like leaves, but do you know if there's do you know how, like, I don't know if it's considered an aqueduct or what it's considered, but there, where the cement things come down and then there's water in it, like runoff or whatever, and then they usually like have the signs like stay out, stay alive. I don't know if there's anything by there like that because I keep seeing that. Sometimes they're like along roads and stuff, but they're
like a culvert.
Yeah, I was gonna say culvert because I was hearing culvert, but I thought the culvert was the round things. This is like fuck, what are they called? It's not. I don't know if we used to call them aqueducts or what they are called, but there's like cement on either side and they slope down and it goes to water. Like where runoff water is. So it's like almost like a man-made creek, but I don't know what they're called.
Well, when you said you heard culvert, I don't know if you're picking up on other victims now because there was.
That's what I was saying. I am, and I'm trying to focus on one, but the other ones want to talk or something because now, because I was hearing culvert, and then I was like, that's weird because the whole Madeline thing. I didn't really want to say it, but then I was seeing like that, and I don't know if that leads to a culvert because I know that there's water in it, and where they always have signs up like no fishing and all that on there.
Yeah, because they're one of the victims was found in a culvert, though.
Oh gosh, dang it!
So I think you're
The
getting.
way your turn, you're confusing me. Yeah, because I was hearing culvert. That makes sense. But I didn't really want to say it. But I was seeing that, so I don't know what that is. I don't know what they're called. I thought it was like an aqueduct kind of thing. Like I just know that there's cement on either side and it slope. Like if you get in, you can't get out.
Yeah.
And it's I'm not necessarily saying there's anybody in there, but it's just coming in as it could be in the area or something like that. Because I'm trying to see things in the area.
Okay.
Getting a freaking headache again. I'm getting like 20 miles, like maybe like 20-mile radius. I don't know if that's like where like 3 of them were found or some of them were found. It's almost like there's different groups, but I'm getting like, I don't know what that is, like 20 miles. I don't understand that either.
Okay.
I don't understand anything right now. I'm literally so confused and all over the place. Like I hope what I'm getting is specifically for her if the other victims are coming in, hopefully.
Well, the headache and stuff you're getting, that would be validated for her because I don't think it was the sheriff who released it. I think it was a family member, maybe a sister, that had said that they probably got it through the coroner's report, is from what it sounds, is that she had head and neck injury. So maybe that's where the strangulation is coming in. Neck injury there and blunt force trauma to the head.
Yeah, I definitely feel like she got hit in the head. Definitely. Because that comes in really strong with the headache. Which I usually do feel with something with the head. And that neck could have happened with the head thing too, you know. Yep. In this, the strangulation might go somewhere. I might go to the other person in the woods. I mean, all I know is like I'm laying in a wooded area and I can see the guy walk off, and it's like a repeating thing and it won't go away.
Yeah.
So either I'm not perceiving it right, or it's something that's like super important.
I'm gonna go with super important.
I have to be perceiving it right because I also see the gun on the hip now. I'm moving my way up.
Okay.
So it tells me it's like that one is law enforcement. But I don't know if I don't know if it's her or another one though. If they're all coming in, it's confusing the hell out of me. Because I'm looking at her and I keep trying to get stuff and she just keeps showing me like being arrested, cop car, like laying in the woods, seeing the guy walk away. Like that's what I keep seeing over and over and over again. Like I'm trying to get new information and it's just that on repeat. And I'm about to flip my lid right now because I want to move on from that.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
And it's and then I keep getting like the area she was in was shady, or there's a connection to a, like I said, a dealer or a house she was going to. I need to. Okay, I'm gonna pull these suspect cards because I want to see if this is for her or not. And then I'll try to channel some more, but it's gonna drive me crazy. It's gonna drive me crazy until I see if I get the same thing. Joanne speaks. Come on, you speak. I need you to speak. Speak to me, please. Tell me more. Tell me more. I don't even know if I have the law enforcement card in here. Let me see. Wow. I give up. Wow.
All right, don't leave me in suspense.
I was just thinking about if she had a boyfriend or something. But I don't know if it's saying the boyfriend's involved because it's kind of interesting because I got spouse partner, right? Because I was just thinking that, and then I pulled this card, but I don't know what it means by it, if she had one or not. Then it's Operation Mockingbird, which is it's like government controlled media, so they're not telling you everything. Then I pull a military card. A lot of prior law enforcement, or a lot of law enforcement are prior military.
I'm
Next
getting the
to
chills.
the military, are you ready? Because I just got the chills. Next to the military card, what do I pull? A law enforcement card. I pulled them together. Then, what else did I pull? An assassination card. What did I say? She saw something or knew something she shouldn't have known. Yes. And I'm getting the chills. I'm getting the chills like a mother trucker right now. Then guess what else I got? Organized crime.
Okay.
I don't understand this card, the bloodline card. I don't understand that. I don't get that card. But unless the spouse connects like somehow, some way, I'm not really sure. Or not spouse, boyfriend or a partner or someone. I don't understand that card.
Okay.
At all. Because I was hearing boyfriend, but I don't know if she has one. Or someone she was seeing, or that was like one.
Well, she does have children, so I don't know if she was with had a boyfriend or anything, because it said she was living with family member battling the addiction.
So it could just be that he's around the situation. It doesn't necessarily mean he's involved. As to why I pulled it up, I was hearing boyfriend, or he may know something, or it may connect to him in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Depending on what he's into. But the fact that I pulled military, law enforcement, assassination, and organized crime all together, is not a coincidence. And she told me when to stop shuffling.
That's crazy.
Because she's all like 3 more. And so I stopped. And I was wondering if I was going to pull. I told you, if I pulled that law enforcement card, I'm going to freak out.
I know.
And I pulled the law enforcement card, and now I'm freaking the freak out.
I know. I got bad chills with that too.
I was getting chills the entire time I was telling you about what cards I pulled, and it is not cold in here. So
when you pulled that card, I was going to be like, okay, we're done. See you later.
I feel like I'm done. I don't know if they're protecting me, is what I'm saying. Like, there might be a reason I'm not getting certain information.
Yes. I was going to say that. Oh, I'm getting the chills again.
Yes, I am too. There's a reason they're only showing me certain things. It's for my protection. I might
How
not
does
get all
Tammy do this all the time? Because I can't handle these chills I'm getting.
I might not get all the details I'm supposed to get because of the connection.
Yeah.
Because of who these people are connected to, or who he is connected to, or whatever. You know what? I'm gonna pull the rest and see, because now I'm like, what? What is going on here? Oh my god. Now I have to see the rest of these cards. I wasn't even ready to pull cards, but they keep repeating the same stuff. I feel like I'm being blocked off from information.
That's freaky.
Now you know why I'm like questioning my Madeline McCann reading now, because the cards did not match.
That's freaky.
Ha! Okay. All right. So I don't understand. So I noticed that I pull like the murder suicide card if it's murder sometimes.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why I do that. It's kind of weird, because it's like they want to say it twice, because I also got natural causes and homicide. So I take it as like maybe it wasn't done on like complete purpose, but
okay.
I don't really know. Like, if it's head and neck injury that caused it, like maybe it was kind of in a way, but with that comes trafficking card, which is what I was wondering about, the prostitution being held, all of that, the trafficking stuff, trapped in drugs and poison. Dismemberment came in, but that can be like however long she was in the woods for. I don't know if she, you know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily mean, or it could fit somewhere else, but that card I don't understand, unless you said March or April, May, June, that's 2 months ago. She would have maybe not been, I don't know, decomposing. You know what I mean? Like, she might not have all been together.
Yeah, she vanished end of March and was found in April, beginning of April.
So that was that situation. So, but it's saying it was like homicide, but let's pull the conspiracy card. I haven't used the conspiracy cards yet. But yeah, I might be being like, they keep repeating it because they're protecting me. Because of who's involved.
Yep.
And what's involved.
Yeah, that's real scary. If that's, I could see why they would protect you.
Yeah, but there's a reason I'm not getting a whole bunch of information, because we know that I usually do, I don't like these cards. Yeah, I'm not doing those cards for this. They're not making sense for this situation. It's like Pizzagate and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Which Pizzagate, yeah, but some of the other stuff, like, yeah, doesn't make sense. Let's see what the area says. I want to see what we pull for the area. I'm curious because I like try to do, even if they're found, I want to see if I pull the right cards for it.
Okay.
I cannot drop them and throw them everywhere. I can't seem to get a handle on the cards. I mean, she's definitely here, but I feel like she's holding back. I don't know where the fire comes in unless someone burned evidence. I get that every time I pull these cards. I don't understand what it means because it might have to do with evidence too. It might not necessarily just have to. But is there a power supply around there, like the power things? And I know you said there's a neighborhood, so I got that.
Well, no, it's well, she was found on an abandoned property by a barn, so it's got to be wooded.
I'm just wondering if there's a power supply because I pulled these.
Okay.
The things in the neighborhood, but what's weird is these cards came up together. It's like they go together. Frozen inside home. Which would mean that she was like put somewhere frozen inside the home. Or
Well,
it's weird that they came in that way. They came in this order.
Yeah, but they think she was moved. They don't think it happened there. They think this
No,
happened.
but does that mean that the timing or whatever would be off? Like they would know if she was like frozen before that, right? But frozen inside, that's just so. They came in together like it makes a sentence. Frozen inside home. What are the odds I pulled those cards? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm done. Oh my god. I'm sorry this is a crappy reading, you guys. I'm so sorry.
It's probably not. I mean, there's very, when you said about like the media and stuff, like it like being hush hush, there is not a lot out at all. It's very bleak in finding stuff. Like I was looking for a picture of the abandoned.
Yeah, but that's because they don't want to ruin any of the. But it could be another reason. But I mean,
like I even tried looking for like a photo of like the barn to see what was around that area.
I wonder why I didn't pull a barn. Oh, like pull up a barn. I just keep pulling cards because they just keep. All right. All right, that's the last card. Okay, these cards always make sense when I pull them, so I just pull a lot of them because as long as I feel like they make sense, I'll pull them.
Okay.
So we got top secret, which can go for they don't have a lot of stuff out there, or they are keeping things that are super top secret. I'm not really sure where the traveling came in, other than it can come in because she was traveling somewhere. She was going somewhere. Not that doesn't mean like overseas or anything, but she was headed somewhere. So therefore that's travel. Social media comes in, so that could be there's evidence of social media, there's some kind of social media thing. But the weird thing is I'm getting like crime of passion on with this.
Okay.
I'd wonder if she was dating a cop. I mean, I don't know. Crime of passion. False flag. There's a false flag somewhere. Good. I don't know if I always take like the good, the yes, the intuition cards as yeah, you're right. Good.
Okay.
That's how I take it, but I don't know
Yep.
if that's what it means.
That makes sense.
Party, which if she, I take that as like I was getting,
Yeah.
The area or whatever that she was in. Maybe she partied there, or there's a reference to like her hanging out with people before or something. I don't know. Because I feel like, again, I keep getting like the neighborhood close by is, I don't know if she knew it or it's just where she was going for something, but I wonder who. I'm really confused about the partner thing. The partner thing, and then unless maybe she was seeing someone we don't know about.
Okay.
That is linked to law enforcement. That's very possible. I got the sad card, the cleanup card, which obviously we know clean up. Greed, which is weird because I said I kept seeing money being handed to a cop. Evil, I get that a lot. There's a meeting of some kind, like maybe she went to go meet him somewhere.
Okay.
Success, like this could be a successful person or someone that has some form of success. And then distraction, like there's a distraction behind it all. So that's those cards. I mean, they all make sense. What I'm just sitting here staring at is I can't believe I pulled these cards, but I don't know how, because I was hearing boyfriend before I pulled them. So I don't know if that means that dude's connected to the boyfriend, or maybe she was seeing someone we don't know about.
It could be.
Like maybe they were having just a relationship, because I was pulling like prostitution or that kind of stuff, maybe to score or things like that, because I feel like this up and down with her. Like I feel like she was good for a while and then she'd fall back into it, and it was because of the places and people that she was around. And there's something in her past too that kind of made her turn into that. But it comes across as, and then I hear the words taken advantage of. So she was taking advantage of him some way, shape, or form. But I also hear an argument as I'm staring at these. Like there's an argument with a male. I think that either I think she had to be seeing. So the cop would have had to have been prior military. I think a lot of cops, some cops are, because I pulled the military card and the law enforcement card, but I'm hearing them argue back and forth. So I don't know if which would make sense with the crime of passion card. So this might not be someone that we know that she was seeing. Like it might not be like her baby's dad or something like that. Like she might have been seeing someone that, and either he's married and she was gonna tell, but because I kind of get like that, like he could possibly be married. I'm kind of feeling that, like he doesn't come across as single, but I mean I could be wrong, but it kind of comes across as like there's like he might have a family, but I still feel like she knew something or saw something, or there's some kind of connection to what she knew. Because the assassination card comes in.
Okay.
That's, I mean, that, and that came in earlier. Like I knew something. She knew something. But I don't know. I'm getting a lot of like mixed up things around it. I don't understand this bloodline card. Because bloodline is like someone that's in your bloodline. I don't understand the card. I was trying to see if I looked at the cards for a little bit, if I pulled more, but that's what I keep hearing is an argument. But I think like it's almost like they were meeting at this, like it may have happened somewhere else, but like the person knew about this property because he's from the area or whatever, or he patrols the area, he's around the area. But I keep hearing there's an argument. She's arguing with a man. I just wonder if she wasn't like having relations with someone like this. Whether it be forced or not, I don't know. Because the trafficking card came in. So I do feel there was some form of trafficking, prostitution, like that kind of feeling comes in too.
Okay.
And I keep hearing like I was in, I couldn't get out. So there's some kind of, and that could be her drugs. That could be her addictions too.
Okay.
Like she couldn't break free or get out of that. But it's almost like if they're supplying her with that, then of course she's not going to be able to get out of it.
I will say they were saying that a group are like similar. You did pick up the one lady who's in the culvert. She's in the group that's similar to Joanne Speaks.
So in the same area? How many miles were they found within one another? Was it within 20 miles?
It does not, like, it's so limited to.
It doesn't show where they were found at on like a map, because I think I saw a map where like they had dots, but that's all I saw of it.
Let's see. Oh. And the other victim was found in a heavy wooded area. So maybe you are getting pulls of I would have to, it does not look, I mean, it looks like it's all within a close radius from the map that they have it pinned.
Yeah, it's like I want to do like a circle around them, but it's like within 20 miles. Now, it doesn't mean it's definitely 20 miles. It's like within that radius.
Well, there is 4 that do make kind of like more like a square, but I could see, like circular, but there is 4 that makes almost like a square, and then there's 1 off, like further down on the map.
Yeah, this feels like it's connected to some kind of organization of some kind. I keep hearing trucks all of a sudden. Like how the trucks sound. I don't know if that's like a truck stop or something to do with a truck driver. I don't know. It kind of all feels like it's really odd that it's almost like it's kind of cloudy when I tried to see it, except for like I was seeing the same thing over and over, but it feels like it's, I don't know if they're like just protecting me from information. It doesn't seem like, it seems like she's repeating but not. I don't know. I do hear like connects to more, but I don't know why. It looks like I drew a freaking. I was talking about camping. It looks like I drew a tent.
Oh, okay. Wait, you know why camping comes in?
What?
This is why your camping comes in.
I drew a tent.
Okay, I know, but this is my
It's
fault
weird.
because I should have. This is my fault, and I apologize to everybody. I should have researched all of them, not just Joey. Being that you do get interconnects. One of the victims was living in a tent.
Like like she was homeless.
Homeless, living in a tent.
Do all
Oh,
of
I got
these
chills.
do all of these have drugs involved? Like, is that like a common denominator?
I'm not going to say all of them, but there is some similarities. The one girl was homeless, living in a tent.
Okay, so now that we're talking about her, you know the reference to the two women that were unalive during the Gabby Petito, and they were in the woods and they were camping.
Yes.
And like the mental, like I didn't do a reading on that, but I kept saying there was a mentally ill person. It wasn't Brian. There was a mentally ill person that did it.
Yes.
It's almost like I'm getting someone that's similar to that when I think of her.
Okay.
Like Burlier or something.
Okay.
But I don't want to get into that yet because I'm still trying to. I'm having a hard time just. It's almost like they're different people, but it's connected.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that. Like they either belong to the same organization of some kind, or they're all in. I don't know, because it feels like there's if I were to take like a thing and a bubble thing like this and say this is like the main thing, right?
Okay.
And then branch off. That's how they're showing it to me. Like this is the main thing, and then all the victims branch off of it.
Okay.
So it feels like it's more like connected to like a bigger thing, but but there's different people involved for the most part. Is how it comes across.
Okay.
And I'd be interested as to what other cards I get with the other readings when we do them, but it's almost like I don't know if I'm being protected because of it feels like specifically it. So I was worried I was picking up the law enforcement for another case, like another one of the victims, but the fact that I pulled it with her, it has to be involved with her.
Yeah.
But it comes in as I'm just wondering if I'm not if she wasn't seeing someone like that.
Okay.
Because of the spouse and the crime of passion. But then it's like I know something that I shouldn't have known. So there's it's all kind of together. So whether he was part of something and she found out, but I still get like I think he's like married with like a family or something. I keep getting like kids and like a spouse, but it could be ex. I mean, I could be picking up like if he's divorced or whatever too, but it comes across as like this is something he's doing on the side. But I keep getting like a payoff. Like there's a payoff that he's getting money for something, either turning a blind eye or there's some form of money that's being exchanged.
Okay.
And I also see him taking bags of like paraphernalia, and I don't know if he's like just sweeping it under the rug, but I see him grabbing it himself. So he's either doing it as well or he's selling it himself and making a profit. Like there's something like that.
Okay.
Because I see him grabbing it, but it's white, so it reminds me of like the C word.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say on TikTok. I mean YouTube. So
Maybe it's the H too, because isn't that white too?
yeah, that could be it. But I just see it in white, like it's a white bag, like you see on TV, like how they do it. And there's I'm seeing he's got like facial hair, I think. I feel like his hair is like brown, or it's like a darker brown. But I'm getting like facial hair here and here, and he could shave it sometimes, but that's how I'm seeing him, so I can see them at any point in their lives.
Okay.
And his eyes might be, his hair seems to kind of like fall a little bit, but his eyes might be like a green or hazel, like green or hazel kind of color.
Okay.
Because I kind of get like the both colors. So, you know, sometimes hazel kind of looks green sometimes, and vice versa. Like
that's how my eyes are.
Green with like brown tint or something. There's something like that. And he feels like he's 30s, 40s. I don't know. Sometimes ages are hard because sometimes they feel older, look older, feel younger, look younger, or they, you know, people, you know, like Ted. I never knew he was 28. Like, you know, he just seems like an older person. So that's sometimes hard to tell the age, but it's like it kind of comes in like that. Like, or she just got caught up in something that she shouldn't have got caught up in, the way that it comes across. I heard like do away with her, but it's again, it's like I think that she was having relations with this person. It and that would make sense for the crime of passion and the spouse, or I mean the partner card, because there's not like a just someone I'm doing things with card, you know. So it would come in like that. But it's almost like in the meeting, so they're taking me back to that meeting card, like she was going to meet him or something, or there was some form of meeting that took place prior, and I think they were going to meet to like discuss things or something. Is the way that it kind of
comes across,
because I see, and again, like he could have arrested her at one point and that's how they met, or like I don't really understand the whole that whole thing that I'm seeing. I don't really get that.
Okay.
Because now I see them like standing outside of like a cop car. Now the way I see it is like an older style cop car, but that's just because that's just how I'm seeing it. And I'm not seeing everything so clearly, but it's like they're standing outside the car kind of talking at some point. So I don't know if this is a day of or not.
Okay.
Because like I try to tell people, like, just because I get stuff doesn't mean it happened that day. Like it could have happened at any time. But they give things that might have led up to it or that are important. But I feel freaking hot, but I still feel like out of it. Like I'd be curious if there's anything in her system.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I can't. It's something that like I just feel really jacked up. And that might be another reason why it's fuzzy, but I don't think so. I think it's just fuzzy because I think there's some protection going on here of what I'm allowed to get and what I'm not supposed to get.
Okay. That makes sense.
But there's something about the boots because they take me back to that case we talked about. And it was on Forensic Files where the cop had pulled over this girl before. And then the next time he saw her, he essayed her and unalived her off the side of the road and then stepped on her shirt. They keep bringing up the boots. So I don't know if there's a boot footprint somewhere or there's something with the boots or whatever. But that's how they caught the guy, was from his boot. Because they figured out he left an imprint on her shirt. And that's how they figured him out. So I don't know if they're saying that because they're trying to reiterate that this is law enforcement involved, or if they're trying to say at the same time that there is some evidence with the boot.
Okay.
Which so much is like recorded now. I just wonder how he would get away with this if they have to wear like recordings and stuff. Like,
but don't they have to activate that? Don't they have to push it to activate it?
I don't know. And he could have been off duty too, but still been in his stuff. Like he could have just gotten off or something. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean he was on duty. But I was just getting a reference to like cameras or something, or so I don't know if they were trying to. It just made me think of that.
Okay.
Like they usually do like body cams and stuff. I don't know where that's coming in either. This makes no sense. So there's a reference to like a canine officer or because I'm seeing a German Shepherd and I'm getting canine. So I don't know if that means like he was at one time or he's connected to one or how that fits in. Because I also see like the side of the car where it says canine on it. So this might have been someone that, and I'm not saying that the dog was with him at that time or he's even that. Or it might be that that's how she was found. I don't really know. I don't really know. I'm just getting a reference to a canine officer. I can see the dog. The dog is a German Shepherd dog, and they're showing me the canine on the side. So I don't know if he was at one time or what. I don't. I can't help but question this because it's all so weird. Oh my god.
Yeah, but for you to pull like the military and the law enforcement, I was like, okay,
yeah,
that's it.
That's
We're
it.
done.
Yeah. That was major validation and confirmation for me, and something made me do that because I've been questioning it the whole time. Which me and you talk like that happens. There's bad apples and everything.
Yep.
So
unfortunately.
Yeah, but it comes across as like dirty cop. I also there's a connection to Phoenix or not Phoenix. What's the big city out there?
Portland,
yeah. I knew it started with a P. I'm tired. And there's a connection to Portland. So, because I keep seeing a big city, and I got reminded of Phoenix, but it's like the Phoenix of Oregon. So that would be like Portland.
Well, that's the area that they were found around. Was around
Okay.
Portland.
So I don't know what the connection is, if like they live there or it's coming from there, but it feels like underground stuff seems to connect into all of this.
Okay.
Some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
But it's like he did the dirty work, but at the same time, like I feel like I wonder if she was an informant. I heard informant. I don't know if that means she's like on the book informants, off the book informants, like informant. You know what I mean? Like she did it at some point, or we don't know that she was doing it and she was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And that would make sense if she knew things she wasn't supposed to know.
Yep.
And she was reporting back, and then, and it could be that maybe she didn't really realize like who he was or what he was into if she was having some form of relationship with him, or she was forced to and didn't have a choice. And things got too far.
Went too far.
Yeah, went too far. Because they keep pulling a cop car, so something happened in or around this cop car.
Yeah, if it's repeating, then that's important, significant.
Yeah, and there's a hair, like, but the weird thing is I see it as a blonde hair, so it wouldn't be hers, but there's a hair somewhere in a car. I keep seeing like a hair in a car somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know, but it comes across, it's not dark like hers, it's blonde, so I don't know why that's coming in. Like I said, this is going to be hard to do this because I know the other victims are going to I'm going to pick up stuff on the other cases, because if it's connected, I will. And that's one reason I wanted to talk to my consultant, but I wasn't sure if they were connected. Now I'm wondering. It's almost like they're connected at the root, but there's different people involved.
Okay.
I don't even know if that even makes sense. Like,
it does.
I don't even get how that makes sense.
Well,
so I don't know. I'm not really getting anything else. I feel exhausted all of a sudden, like drained to the max, and I can't pull anything else. So, I kind of warned everybody that my energy is low. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but also I feel like I'm being protected. There's a reason I'm being protected. Like I won't get everything. It just
you did get quite a bit. I mean, you even got some on other victims, like the tent and stuff like that. So I think it's just heavy.
Or there's a lot around it and it's hard to differentiate things.
Yep.
But it's like I'm getting bits and pieces as we're talking about it and going along, but at the same time, it's like it feels like there's blocked off stuff.
Well, and there's probably a reason for it.
Yeah, they don't want me to get too much.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say Alan again. It's coming in. I always never want to say that because I got it a million times in Delphi, and then like I was even getting a reference to Delphi when I did the what's it
Sorry,
called?
I lost my pen. It went flying.
The Zodiac.
Okay.
Which I'm wondering if in the Zodiac there's multiple guys involved in that too. But the Alan, like I was getting the reference to Delphi, so that made me think of Alan. But now I'm just gonna say it. It's a popular name. So
yeah.
If it hits multiple cases, it hits multiple cases, but I'm getting that. And it could be ALAN too. It doesn't necessarily mean ALLAN.
Nope,
But
if you get it, say
sometimes
it.
it's
Don't hold
first.
back.
Yeah, you know me though. I'm always second guessing.
I know.
And it's hard because I get other cases with the same name, so then whenever I get it again, it's like, what? So it confuses me a little bit. All right, well, I think that's it, guys. I think hopefully I'll see you guys soon. We're gonna end this. I can't do it anymore. I'm dead.